Bisi, and today I'm going to interview the Swedish producer Mike Perry.
Hello.
Nice having you here. And so you're, in a few moments, you're going to play a set at Parookaville. Are you excited for it?
Yeah, I mean, Parookaville it's a dream come true for me because it's one of the biggest, like here in Germany, if not the biggest EDM. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the biggest. Yeah.
It's the biggest, yeah. So for me, it's like it's a really big thing, and I'm looking forward for this for ages, actually.
Okay, great to hear. Let's talk about your massive success that you had with your single "The Ocean."
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, how did you come up with the idea to produce a track with this sound? Because I remember you from a single, like back in, I guess it was 5 years ago. It was called "Put Me Up."
Yeah.
It was released on CR2.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And it was a rather rough electro sound back then.
Yeah.
And so you did like a completely different style before. So why did you change it, or how did you come up with the idea to produce something totally different?
Yeah, it's basically that I wanted to do something completely different because I'm sitting so many hours in the studio. I can't do exactly the same thing over and over again. So I was kind of tired. It was hard to invent something new in the put me up kind of style for me. I didn't find that my creative side got the full potential of what I wanted to do. So then I started like, yeah, let's do something else. Keep it like EDM-ish, but something pop, and so that people actually can hear me too and be happy around, I guess. So it was like, yeah, let's do something else.
Okay.
I didn't think about it that much, but
good. But it's just something you just sit in the studio one day and it simply happened.
yeah,
Right?
exactly. It was a coincidence. I just want to try something new, and I was like playing the chords, the piano. The track was like only piano in the beginning, and then I started adding beats and stuff like that, and vocals at last.
Great, so tell me about your first thoughts after you heard that your track is played on the radio, basically worldwide. So it was a worldwide hit.
Yeah, I mean, I know there are probably some producers watching this show, maybe, and they know how hard it is to, come through from all the noise. Like, there's so many producers, great musicians. So I was kind of shocked, actually, because we kind of went viral. We didn't have like the big labels from the start. It's just me and my friends. So everything, like overnight, I was like, the streams are doubling and doubling every day, and I was like, is this really happening? But it was fun that it did.
Yeah, great. So how did the success of your single change your life, and did it in any manner?
Yeah, it changed my life in a complete way. My life is today. I wake up every morning wondering like, what fun could I do today? I mean, I do either traveling, see amazing countries all over the world. Otherwise, I'm in the studio. So I mean, I can't really complain. It's massive, actually. Yeah, so cool.
Great. So let's talk about your gigs and sets, because I just mentioned your great success from The Ocean. And is it tough to play like for a crowd that, in my opinion, I guess knows you mostly for only that one little track? Or how do you interact with the crowd during your set to keep them entertained?
Yeah, that's I'm still like trying to figure that part out. I really feel like I haven't done my best set yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to experimenting a bit. I try to have other tracks that are hits that people can sing along to with some mashup drops, and doing some kind of interesting. I play maybe some deep house, I play some harder, in a big room house, I play some trap. I'm trying to get
trying to mix up styles.
Yeah, exactly, and make sense of it. That's the hard part when you play like that. It's easy that it gets messy.
So it's basically always a challenge for you to kind of adjust yourself or the sound to the crowd.
Yeah, I'm experimenting all the time, doing mashups all the time, and trying new stuff out to see what works. Because I've noticed like the crowd who I played with like 2 months ago enjoyed one thing, and then a couple of months later it doesn't work at all, and so it's a constant changing and experimenting. But that's the fun part of it, because if you're just going to play the same tracks all over, you get bored.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I get that. So you just basically started being successful, but I'm sure you still have some dream collaborators you wanted to do a collab with. So are there any dream collaborators involved the EDM world and outside of EDM?
Yeah, if we take the outside EDM, like everyone else, Coldplay, but they have their magic. I mean, you can't. Probably Coldplay.
Probably you're jealous on the Chainsmokers that they
Yeah,
have one now.
so
and it's also very successful, right?
Yeah, and it's so good. The harmonies are on spot. In the EDM world, I'm kind of like Skrillex, I think, because he's a genius. And I also like Tuyamo, Lucas and Steve, those kind of guys, Mike Williams, Kygo would be fun to hang around with in the studio. I met him a couple of times, like when we did shows in the same place. He seems like a really decent guy as well.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing this, and we're basically already at the end of our interview. I just wanted to ask you one last question. So you just told us that you're basically constantly in the studio, so what else can we expect from you when it's about the studio output? So any new tracks for 2017 still?
Yeah, there is. I'm actually working with them like on the weeks and touring like weekends, and so I'm basically working 24/7 right now. So yeah, there are tracks coming this year, and hopefully somewhere really soon. I just have to finish them.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing all this. Thanks for being here, a guest at Electric Line, and see you next time. Thank you.